I just thought I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and try and make a recipe video today. The recipe that I chose is my mother's begun khagina, which is basically roasted eggplant cooked with an egg. I was talking to her yesterday, asking her about what they used to do to tide over days and months of curfew and unrest in Assam. There was a point of time. And she said that they mostly used to survive on vegetables and eggs because they were easier to get. And a lot of us are seeing the same thing now, that vegetables and eggs are easily available. So I chose this recipe. It's a wonderful thing to go with. It goes with steamed rice, it goes with roti, it goes with paratha. You can take your pick. I'll take you through the ingredients. I have pre-roasted medium-sized brinjal and I've taken, I've peeled it. And I'm going to take off the stem and just mash it lightly. So that's the main ingredient. The rest of the things that we need are 1 medium onion finely sliced, 2 large cloves of garlic very finely minced, 1 bay leaf, finely chopped green chilies, 2, about half an inch of ginger that I have julienne and or chopped, whatever you're comfortable with. There is about 1 tablespoon of fresh coriander leaves. I've also used a little stems because it gives more flavor, which is chopped, and then 1 small tomato finely chopped. And we need 1 egg, which is lightly beaten. Other than that, we need some mustard oil, salt, we need red chili powder, and we need turmeric powder. So we'll start. It's a very easy recipe, and if you discount the time needed to roast the eggplant, it's really quick. I have just roasted the eggplant in open flames. Sorry. I'll use this is about 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoon of mustard oil. You're going to wait for it to heat a bit, and I'm not going to, taking to a smoking point. And once it starts heating, I'm going to add the bay leaf so that it heats gently with the oil. Once you can see this little bubbles forming around the bay leaf, I will add the chopped garlic first. We'll let the garlic cook. I want this to be fried well, but not burnt. I'm going to lower the heat to medium at this point. By now I can smell the garlic. And you can see that it's, the edges are a little brown, like golden brown, but it's not burnt. Once it reaches this stage, I'm going to add in the sliced onions. I'll add just a pinch of salt to the onions so that it cooks faster. Now the onions for this recipe needs to be fried to a very light golden. You don't need to fry crisp, or it doesn't have to be dark brown, so it doesn't take a lot of time. Adding a little salt helps it cook faster because it draws out the water. I can get a very nice sweet smell of the onion at this point. And the water that the onions releasing will also stop your, prevent your garlic from burning. You can see that the onions already turned translucent. I'm going to increase the heat a bit so that it cooks faster. I spread the onions so that it crisps up. You can draw in closer. You will see that at this point there are, like, the edges are a little golden brown. We want to reach just about this point. Maybe just wait for half a minute more. You can see it's turning brown. And the onions this color, I'm going to add my chopped tomatoes and little more than half of the julienne ginger. And I'll also add the chopped green chilies. The heat is at a medium. So once there's a little moisture that releases from the tomatoes, I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and I'm going to add about 3/4 teaspoon of red chili powder. Now the red chili powder, you can adjust the amount according to your heat tolerance and also how hot the powder that you're using is, because it varies from batch to batch. At our house it's preferred a little spicier, so I added about 3/4 of a teaspoon over and above the green chili. So by this time you can smell the spices, and the tomatoes are fairly softened, and you can see that the spices and the onions are fairly homogenized and it's caramelized. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to wait any further and let it burn, and I will add my mashed roasted eggplant. There are bits of the charred skin which is still sticking to the brinjal, as is also the case with me. Do not be worried, because they actually add a nice smoky flavor. I'm going to mix this well and scrape the little caramelized bottoms from the yolk, because they're going to add a lot of flavor. I will add a little more salt to it to adjust for the rest of the ingredients which have gone in at this point. Now I have not added any salt to the egg, so I'm going to basically add it here. If you're more comfortable adding salt to the egg separately and while you whisk it, please go ahead and do that. It doesn't make much of a difference. It smells really nice, spicy. There's a little sweet smell from the eggplant and also from the onion. And it also smells nicely smoky. So as you can see, the edges are almost now coming off the wok, which means it's cooked down. I'm going to turn it to a medium high and form a little well in the middle. I'm going to take the egg, give it a good whisk. I'm using a chicken egg, medium sized one. and I will pour it into the middle. After this, you have to work fairly quickly. Just scramble the egg into the eggplant mix. So you can see it's well incorporated, the egg and the eggplants, the little bits of eggs that you can see, you know, the streaks of eggs in between, which adds a nice taste, and this is done. So all I need to do now is add the chopped fresh coriander leaves and the remaining ginger juliens and give it one good mix, and we are ready to go. So in our family we call it the Khagina. My mom's an expert of this, so this is her recipe. Both Om and I love it a lot. Khagina is an interesting term because in Hyderabad the Khagina is scrambled eggs with spices, and a very similar recipe with which has more of garam masala, and it adds a little curd to the same mixture, and that we find in a very old Bengali cookbook, and there it is called the Shiraji Begun Bharta. So here it is, your eggplant Khagina. I hope you liked it. Thank you.